There, sign of Aries. This is Kim here to give you messages for your next 3 days. Hope you're doing fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me here as we just kind of open up to your spirit guides, and angels, and get these messages. For Aries. What do you have to let them know? Wow. Whoa. These two came up pretty easily. You know what? I also have another. Wow. All right. So I would definitely say here, keep working on whatever you've been working on. Something here is about to take off for you. Something here is really going to take off because the Raven's Head is a card that says that there's a very big destiny that has chosen you, and life's work essentially is just beginning. And you're taking the Pearl of Wisdom with you. The Peacock's Tail it's going to be something that you're very known for. You will feel a lot of pride and accomplishment. I would say whatever this is that you're doing, it has it's all inclusive, or it has a feel of this will benefit everyone. And you're gonna be standing out. So you see the Peacock's Tail, it gets a lot of attention, right? Gets a lot of attention. People are really seeing your colors. Yeah, it says they're saying kind of like get ready, because even if you don't feel like you're ready, it's still gonna come. So that's kind of the main message here. We get, do I want to do it? Sure. Okay, why not? Kipperish deck, do you have anything to add to the Raven's Head and the Peacock's Tail? They want to say that you're a sweetheart. Yeah. You're a sweetheart. You have a big achievement here. Again, it's like the Peacock's Tail. Here you go. Here's your award. Number 1. And actual money. So I could see if you've been working on something for a while where, you invest a lot first. You've spent a lot of time, a lot of hours and things where it hasn't been paying back, at least not right away, right? Then they're saying the achievement is going to be that this thing that you're doing is going to bring in some really pretty big money, actual money for you. When I think of actual money, yeah, I think of putting time and effort into something that for a while maybe had not paid off, and now it is. And enough money to live comfortably, So, and you're doing it with this beautiful sweetheart energy, or you are a sweetheart. You are a sweetheart, and people can tell. Okay, I have Align Your Universe coming out. Wanting you to align yourself, navigate your distractions. Okay, so yeah, if there's something that you need to do to get yourself balanced out, it does help when we have the ability to get in the zone. You know what I'm saying? Like in flow state. Whatever you have to do to help yourself get into flow state, I think that's what it's saying. So align your universe. Navigate distractions. Yeah, because obviously there's something here that they're wanting you to work on. The Raven's Head is, it's like part of a big destiny to fulfill. So, tell me more about navigating one's distractions. Magnetic field. What are you pulling into you? Yeah, okay, so what are we pulling in to ourselves, or what are we attracting, you could say? But if you're this person, so you're the sweetheart, where people view you as somebody who has a very kind heart, a really sweet demeanor to you, you're attracting in a lot of attention with that, especially with the peacock's tail added to it and the achievement. So you're attracting a lot of attention at this time. Could be attracting a certain person too. We can see. Tell me more about, and also align your universe, because sometimes we attract in distractions, right? So we just have to learn how to work around it, focus, put on blinders if we need to. Stratopause is coming out. Multiverse. Dark Nebula. Okay, I love these cards, but I'm going to put these up. I think the money is definitely coming with the destiny there. That's what I feel like. Stratopause. It's talking about being at a pause, or you could say like a spiritual bus stop. It's a place of transition, but you may have to wait there for a minute, or you may be waiting on something to come through. Maybe it's what you're creating. Something about waiting. Maybe it's an actual offer or an investment. It's what you're attracting in. The multiverse means that we have to drop any of the laws that we feel govern us. So any thought or any kind of doubt that comes into your mind of thinking, well, this might not be possible, or any limitation, like it's just dropping all of that and knowing that there's so much to choose from. And there's more options than what you have thought of also available to you. Dark Nebula. Sometimes I can see the dark nebula as, you know, if you could call it like the dark cloud in our life, whether it's representing some people here or a feeling or an emotion. It can even be something like a metaphor for self-doubt. When we have that big cloud, it's stopping the shine from the stars behind it. So it's like blocking or dimming the light. So I do want to get clarification, because if there is something blocking or dimming our light, perhaps it's a distraction, then we need to figure out what that is. The celestial uterus means everything is already being formed in the ethers. It means Genesis, and it can mean that new idea. So the creation, your project, your new idea, it's this, and it means that it's going to come into fruition, should you choose to focus on it. So the dark nebula, yeah, I kind of want to get clarification. If it's a person, then it could be a person that you feel like is dimming your light. It could be a habit that dims our light, a distractive habit. Sometimes it could represent like a mood, a mild mood, or something going on with the mood. Oh no, candle's out. Hang on, we'll do a candle for you, and then we'll if I can find them. Here they are. Clarity. All right, let's do a blue candle for clarity, intelligence, and navigating distractions, so we can manifest with this energy. Maybe I have enough wax there just to... There we go. Yeah, intention sent out for Aries here for clarity of thought and any kind of spirit guidance that they may need. Tell me about dark nebula. What is the dark nebula? King of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh, and the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse too. It's a connection that's not working out, is what it looks like to me. These could be people that you live with. It can be a husband and wife that are getting divorced, or that are already divorced, actually, but are still in close proximity to each other. And it's like, it feels like these two energies want to go their own way. Okay, so it's the... and it has to do with resources and finances. So if you're in a relationship or something, because it's usually like the committed wife and husband is usually with, but we don't really use gender here for our cards. If they're getting along in everything else, but it may be finances or something that's causing some problems or an issue, or the dark cloud can be like arguments, especially if they're around money. But both of these people like don't want to commit to each other. You get what I'm saying? Anymore. So what's the advice for that? Judgment in the reverse. Not moving forward with that. That's the decision. The decision has been made that something here... I don't believe that there are things that are like absolutely unforgivable, but here it has said that stage of being able to like totally forgive, and which I feel like is a process, because you can say, and it probably will release a lot of weight or burden off of yourself to say, I forgive such and such, but it'd be something that you have to come back to and probably have to say again or reaffirm it. There's usually so many emotions that go into what forgiveness represents, that to me right here, it's not there yet. It's not completely ready for that. Or there, judgment and the upright could mean I'm giving you a second chance, or we're going to have a chance to revive something. So in the reverse, I would think it'd be like, no. Ooh. Phew, sorry. I was like, wow, I'm photosensitive, so I sneeze whenever if I look at the light, it triggers it. Anyway, so let's see. So there's a situation here going on with that. All right. What do you recommend, Spirit? King of Swords. I saw that. To not fight. 5 of Swords here in the reverse. To not fight or get pulled into anybody's drama or conflicts. That could be the distraction, the energy. But with it in the reverse, I feel like you've won here. You're the one that's walking away with all the swords, and even maybe holding your mouth, because this is very intelligent. The King of Swords is a very intelligent person. This is how it has to be. And logically, if this person says that, they've already thought it out. You're not changing this person's mind. This can be a lawyer or somebody that helps, that gives advice on how to handle this situation without the fighting. Right? And I don't think that's going to resonate with everybody too, but yeah, there is something here about 7 of Swords here, and then I got the 6 of Swords in the reverse, and the Knight of Swords. So I would say that what had happened that everyone might be able to resonate with is that somebody was just downright corrupt. I don't know who these people are. Who is the King and Queen of Pentacles? And with our signs, we have Taurus, we have Capricorn, Sagittarius, Aquarius, and Gemini. And it can be pointing here to a situation where there was deception. There was the concealing of something that happened, possibly could have even happened with money. And the good thing is that I see you have actual money, like coming in, like new money coming in because of a project that is yet to be in full bloom. But there's a feeling of being deceived or somebody deceiving us in some way, but we figure it out, right? You figure it out, you're using your logic, you figure it out, but you realize, like, looking back on this situation of, oh, this is where I stayed longer than I should have. This is where I should have listened to my intuition here, because it's been holding me back. This energy here feels like it's been holding you back, and there's a need to break free or bust free from it. So you have change, and that's exactly what's going to happen. You have the Knight of Swords, which is the end of any kind of delays, and it's also like charging right past an obstacle. Is what it feels like, going right past an obstacle, because you have a good strategy here with the Seven of Swords. So ultimately, the Knight of Swords is change. Swift, fast. So then we have this stratopause energy. Is you're gonna come to a major decision, like a point where, okay, I've been waiting in this position where I don't necessarily want to be, but now there's this decision, right? Wow, Four of Wands. It has to do with your purpose, your path. Four of Wands, celebration. The Hierophant in the reverse, celebrating that there's no longer this contract between you and this person. And I feel the right partnerships, the right alliances will come together with the Four of Wands for you. This could be a big move, changing your path. But I definitely think that's like the end of a soul contract here. It's these people here. Sometimes the Four of Wands means marriage, you know, but I think in this reading, it's more about 1111, path and purpose, big moves. Let's see what the 108 wants to give. Because Death card is a huge card in tarot for things transforming in your life and major closing of chapters. Tell me about what the Four of Wands means for Aries here in this particular reading. Timing. They say in autumn. This is within 6 to 9 months. So you have something that is, so that's the big move or the big day is going to occur. It says Libra, Scorpio, or Sagittarius season. So you could have news that what you have been working on or what you see, your vision, it comes to be, you know, like maybe you get the money, maybe it takes off, something happens and it's going to make you feel like, okay, now I'm on the right path, or I'm making a big move, you know, around September, October, which really is not that far. And the way that time has been flying, it's not that far away. Whoa. What else? What else do I have? I have some worry. But they say, drop that worry to the floor. Or drop the anxiety. 1919 on the timer. You're pioneering something. You're holding in a lot of sun energy and leadership energy, but you're pioneering something. If you're feeling anxiety, not sure, because we are in that stratopause energy of, okay, this is a place of weight. They're wanting you to soothe yourself, do something repetitive, use worry beads if you need to. You know, you just rub the bead, kind of like a rosary, except with the beads, you're going to be placing the worry into the bead, or offering it up, saying, here, you know, spirit, angels, I need you to help me or assist me and take this worry off of me. Also be paying attention to the things that you can do to help your stress levels, to help you relax. And if it is stress over money, then here's a really good sign for you with grapes. Abundance, bearing fruit, harvest, fertility, merriment, prosperity, wealth, enjoying the fruits of your labor. Beautiful. And here's your family, your tribe, your support system. And I think something's even changing with that. Of course, family's very important, but you're also going to be guided towards people that are part of your soul family throughout your whole life, really. But when I see something as big as like that peacock's tail and the raven's head, I feel like there's going to be new people pulled into your life to support you for this. Because this kind of vision is like, this is the divine will. You know, this is the vision that the source God creator has for everything, for everyone. And you're the one carrying it. So it's going to be supported. It's going to take off. It's going to do good. No worries. But definitely have things transforming in a really good way. Whatever you're worried about, like say, in a good way for your family. 9849, those numbers might mean something to you. Yeah, your support system, trust, your family, your tribe. These are the unseen forces too that have your back. Phoenix is transformation, eternal soul, resurrection, a rebirth. The end is just the beginning and ascension. So it's rising from the ashes. You could be you could have had to lose everything, or you could have, maybe you end up looking completely different, physically transforming also. So the Phoenix it's going to completely change form, right? But there is a trust you have to have with the Phoenix, because the story goes that the Phoenix is the bird that self-annihilates, like it sets itself on fire and the nest on fire, because there's faith that basically, like source God creator is forging you in fire. Your transformation is fire, they're saying. Ooh, transform through the fire. Okay. Let me get the Oracle of Genetic Gifts and see if there's anything they want to touch on about ascension. Things like that. Interesting. I have the maternal, the mother's side. So it's like, so there may be somebody on your mother's line. It says spiritual gifts and wisdom from the mother's line or the mother's side of the family. And that maybe they were light workers, as you are too. So the light worker energy, awakened, healer, teacher, leader, truth seeker. Astral projection, out-of-body experience, OBE, and teleportation. And that might be something that comes in as it maybe even spontaneously, maybe doing it through the dream state, like from a dream state. Because you have your ascension number 7, it says the astral plane, your pineal gland is fully open. So your third eye is fully open at this time. Okay, let's close out with an angel number message. And if you're interested in a private reading, the information's in the description box below. They are pre-recorded videos, and you get a private video link. Yeah, information in the description box. I have 23 and 0. 0, there is no beginning and no end. All is infinite. It is time to develop your spiritual side. You are gaining new sight and understanding of both godly and earthly things. I'm limitless. That's the gist of the multiverse card, is you are limitless and there's lots of possibilities. 23, I always see this card as like a page of pentacles, a new adventure, a new pathway for you. You have a zest for life and you're eager to experience anything and everything possible. You love change and excitement and need both to feel truly alive. For you, life is an adventure to be lived to the fullest. And I want to add before I close that clairaudience is on the bottom. So you may experience that through actually getting messages or voices. It could be in a speaking voice, or you could get tones or ringing or frequency through clairaudience, but they're wanting me to tell you that that card was there. So I'm sending you love and light. Thanks for joining me. Bye, Aries.